Let's come on to our comfortable seats. Sitting in Sukhasana. Easy seat. Move that out of the way. So as you can tell, we're going to be practicing a Christmas star flow. And as part of this festive practice to sort of lift and cheer our spirits when they most need it. After the difficult news we've had in the UK around lockdown. And so people's plans for Christmas have changed at very short notice. Perhaps we'd made plans to see family that we haven't seen for some time. For me, I haven't seen my parents who are in their 80s since last Christmas, and haven't seen my nieces for a long time as well. So I had planned to go and see my family, but I'm in London. So we're going to bring the Christmas cheer here. My dog is dressed as a Christmas pudding because he's round like a Christmas pudding. He's had that outfit since he was a baby and it just about still fits him with the Velcro. Oh, let me admit people. That's what happens. I start talking and then stop looking at the screen. There we go. So our mudra for our Christmas practice, for this festive seasonal practice, whether we celebrate Christmas or not. So for example, my tradition is clearly, I'm from India and Christmas is celebrated by Christians. My mother, who has always been a great believer, she honors the saints and gurus and religious figures from all religions. She's very open-minded. This is an aspect of Sikhism in particular, the heritage that I come from, in which we embrace all of the religions of the world, knowing that for each of us, we have our own pathway to the divine, to the source, to God. And the gurus and the guides that we have in our religions, our faiths, our cultures, are all of equal value and are to be respected. So my mother in particular would always celebrate Jesus and would always very joyfully, even though she's not just a Christian, would very joyfully at Christmas and at Easter would be very joyfully honoring Jesus as a prophet of a very important Abrahamic religious tradition. So we celebrate Christmas to honor that, knowing that all of our religions come with difficult histories, especially around oppression and exclusion and restriction of liberties and freedoms. Nevertheless, what is good in all religions and faiths is something that we can all relate to. And it's the patriarchal systems that come in and mess up religion. But don't let me go down that. It's supposed to be a festive celebration. I'm talking so much because I'm excited for Christmas. Let's come into our Hridya Mudra. That's our mudra for today. Hridya is the heart-centered mudra. Hridya means heart. So let's curl in the index to the base of the thumb. Then bring the middle and the ring fingers to touch the tip of the thumb and little finger extended. So you sort of create, when you look at it, it looks like eyes. So if you were to put your fingertips together, they look like eyes. And your curled index looks like the pupils of the eye. Let's place our palms face up on our knees. Our practice today is an expansive heart-centered practice to connect us with festive cheer and light, to create warmth and heat during this winter season, to bring in the element of that coziness of sitting by the fireside, that wellness boost that we may well need during this season. Closing your eyes, or perhaps taking a downward gaze, centering into yourself here, connecting with your breath. And I've been thinking about which mantra to use for our practice today, and I'm a bit undecided. So I'm going to use one today and then another one on Saturday. So today's mantra is Om Dhanyavad Namaha. So you'll recognize Dhanyavad because I often end our practice. Dhanyavad is an expression of gratitude, of thanks, of appreciation. Om, the vibrational sound of the universe, the entirety of the universe contained within that phrase, that sound. Dhanyavad, I thank you, I thank thee, I show gratitude, I show appreciation. Namaha, and let that gratitude and appreciation be given and be returned. So this season of giving is also a season of gratitude, of thankfulness of what we have, of all that we have in our life. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. So think, bring to mind all that you are grateful for, the people, the places, the things that you have come across, all that has happened for which you are grateful in this year in particular, when it can be so difficult to find those moments of joy and cheer. It could be something small like a walk in the park, perhaps being able to wave at a family member from a distance. Perhaps it's being able to support and give to charities which you value. Thinking about those moments, the friends and their phone calls or Zoom chats, the humor and wit that we sometimes come across in social media, especially after government announcements, the satire that brings a dry smile to us. All of these moments of cheer and joy that we can find. Draw the breath into the heart space. Allow the heart space to expand. And as you exhale, bring to mind a sense of joy, of gratitude, this feeling, and what kind of sensation it creates in your body, a sensation of warmth, perhaps, of lightness. Perhaps you sense a glow. Perhaps there's radiance at your heart. Invoking any image that arises in this place of joy and gratitude. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. For all that I am grateful, for all that I appreciate, the people, the family, the friends, the relationships. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. Releasing your breath into this heart space and bringing your palms together in Namaskar at the heart. Opening by chanting Om 3 times. Inhaling fully. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. hands to your eyebrow center. Namaste and welcome, yogis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's make sure we're really comfortable in our seat. Now, the other mudra that we're going to practice today is Vyana Mudra. Vyana means expansion. So Hridya Mudra is for the heart. Vyana is for this expansive energy that reaches out through our fingertips, reaches out through the tips of our toes, the top of our crown. It is the energy that we release out into the world. It's what we offer up to the world. So in our practice of yoga, we reinforce, rebuild, and replenish our own energy so that we can offer it up to the world. And through Vyana energy, Vyana Mudra, we can offer it up to the world. So I'm going to invite you to bring the middle and the index finger to the thumb. And then the ring and little fingers are extended. So when you look at it, it kind of looks like little birds pecking, little robins pecking. So the ring and the little finger extended, and the thumb, middle, and index are connected. This is Vyana Mudra. So as you inhale, let's bring the mudra to our heart space here. As you inhale, open out your arms to reach out. Take a moment there. And then on the next inhale, let's reach up. Bring the tips of your fingers together. On the exhale, let's turn over to the right. Again, the tips of the fingers can come to the earth, to your knee, gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, reach up, tips of the fingers come together. Expansive energy, feel a lengthening. As you exhale, let's turn over to the left. Inhale, reach up, fingers come together. Take a moment here. Exhale, let's draw the fingers down towards the earth. Leaving the right fingertips on the earth. Let's reach up and over with the left fingertips. Through center, left fingertips to the earth, right hand up and over in your Vyana Mudra. Inhale, open out your arms. Take a moment here. Let's turn the right palm to the back of the room. Let's open out the fingers now. So let's expand the fingers, releasing our mudra. Reach behind with the right hand. Reach up and over with the left hand and take hold of the back of your t-shirt, or if your fingers connect your fingertips. Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Lift that left elbow up to the sky. Breathing into the heart space. One more breath here. Now, as you stay here with your hands, I'm going to invite you on the next breath to open out your left leg, keeping your hands behind in Gomukhasana. Now, if this feels too challenging, you can release your hands for a moment and then extend your left leg. Turn your heart over your left leg. As you exhale, let's fold forward just slightly, not too much. One more breath here. Inhale, lift up your heart. Release your hands, open out your right hand so it's facing the back of the room. Release your left hand. Bring your right palm to the earth and lift up with your left fingertips to the sky, coming onto your right shin. And I can have my Vyana Mudra, so you can bring your ring, your middle and index to your thumb, ring and little extended. Exhale back down to center. Let's fold in the left leg, and now let's cross the right leg on the outside so it's ready to extend when we are. Open out your fingers to the sides. This time, let's take the left hand palm to face the back, and then bring the left hand to the middle of the shoulder blades. And then reach up and over with the right hand. And again, you can take hold of your t-shirt or interlace your fingers if they connect. Expansive heart, expansive energy. When you're ready, let's extend that right leg long. Turn your heart over to the right leg. Exhaling, let's bend over slightly. Hinging from the hips here. One more breath. Inhale back to center. Release your hands, open them out. So right palm still facing forward, left palm still facing back. Then rotate that left hand, bring it to the earth. Reach up and over with the right hand, coming onto your left shin. One more breath here. Back to center. Let's open up both legs here. So coming into this wide-legged pose here. Reminds you of dragonfly. Open out your arms. Dhanyavad Mudra. Expansive, taking up space. Flex those feet. Then let's turn the palms up. So this will change the sensation in your shoulders. Try turning your palms down and see how different that feels. I'm looking at myself and I feel like I'm a little elf on a shelf. Turn your palms up. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the earth. That will help release your shoulders a little bit. Let's walk our hands as far forward as we can take them. Now, some of us may only be going a very little way forward, like me. Some of us may have more reach to go forward. And so we are able to fold closer to the earth. We're all going to be at a different incline here. And remember, we do not judge ourselves for where we are in our practice. We recognize where our body is. We're appreciative and grateful to our body for all that it can do for us. And then release your crown, your neck, your shoulders. One more breath here. And then let's walk our hands back towards our body, uncurl our spine, coming up one vertebra at a time. With helping hands to the backs of the thighs, let's bend into our knees. And then come onto our shins here. Ooh. And let's wiggle our hips from left to right, because that will help feel soothing, especially after our hip flex was so wide open. And then stillness, look in a C shape to the left hip. Inhale, center, C shape to the right hip. Keep dropping back into your heart space each time. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. 3 rounds of cat-cow, our yoga staple for giving us a little bit of freedom and movement in the spine. So lift your tailbone, lift your heart, really shine your heart forward, lift your gaze. As you exhale, starting the movement of the tailbone, rounding through, all the way through your spine, allowing it to cascade, tucking in your chin. Inhaling. I'm going to have to take this hat off in a moment, aren't I? Inhaling, cat, Majriasan. Exhaling, cow, Britliasan. Moving slowly here, we will build up. I'm going to start off slowly. Let's take a moment here. Sit back in child's pose. Walk your hands forward. Eyebrows center to the earth. Walking your hands as far forward as they can reach. One breath here. And then let's walk them over to the left as far as they can go to the left. Take 3 breaths here. Into center, and then all the way over to the right again as far as they can go. Inhale to center, coming back onto your knees. We're going to move into camel pose with Strasana. So come up onto your knees. Now, if your knees do not feel comfortable here, you can fold a blanket and place it underneath your knees. You can place a rolled up blanket on the inside of your ankles so that your knees and the inside of your ankles are padded. Your tops of your feet can be flat, or you can tuck your toes. Yogi's choice. So let's bring ourselves into Vyana Mudra again. So bring the index and middle finger to touch the thumb, little and ring finger extended, and then bring them into touch at your heart space here. So we'll stick with Vyana Mudra for the moment. We will go back to Hridya Mudra soon. Take a moment here. I'm going to try and face you so you can see me. Open out your arms. Inhale, reach up. Keep your spine neutral for the moment. Exhaling, open out your arms, parallel to the earth. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, parallel. One more time. Inhale to reach up. Take a moment here. Lift your gaze perhaps slightly, only slightly, so you only have a very gentle back bend here, not a deep back bend because you're not supported here. Just lifting our gaze to the place where the ceiling meets the wall. One breath here. Now let's take our right hand and either support our lower back or place it on our right heel or right foot. Keep reaching up through this left hand. Lift your gaze, shine your heart. So remember, this right hand will be supporting your lower back or it will be on your right heel. One breath here. Very carefully coming back to neutral spine. Release that right hand. Reach up. If your hands get tired, you can bring them to your heart. And we're going to do the same on the left side. So bring that left hand to support your lower back or bring it to your left heel. And then shine your heart up, reaching over with your arm, lifting your gaze. So this back bend is a little deeper. And again, we all look very different here. One breath more. Expansive heart. Exhaling. Making sure your back is supported if you need. Hands come together again, and now we can all bring them to meet at the heart. Take a moment here. We're going to go into the counter pose. Crown comes to the earth. Hands can come to the earth. This is Shashandasana hair pose. If you're comfortable here, your crown is resting very gently on the earth. You can always take your hands to the backs of your heels. Round deeply through your back here. And this will relieve the lower back here. Shashandasana hair pose, which is the counter pose to Strasana camel pose. Thinking of the gifts of the heart that we can offer others, or gifts of the heart that we receive from others, and being grateful, welcoming, appreciative of those gifts. One more breath, hands come to the earth. Take a moment here, rising up, coming onto all fours. And then let's shake out the hips from left to right. Maybe you could circle here with your hips one way, then the other way. Just freestyle it, yogi's choice. We're going to move into melting heart pose from here. And your option, both arms extended or one arm extended and one arm folded, yogi's choice. So knees and hips stay aligned. Let's come on to your forearms first. So forearms underneath your shoulders. If you're comfortable here, you can begin to walk them away. If it begins to feel already very uncomfortable, take your arms slightly wider, fold in your right hand. So you have right arm folded in and left arm extended. Back of your head, the forehead can rest on the back of your hand even. So you'll be in two places for Anahatasana, either both arms extended or one arm extended and the other arm folded in. We will do both sides. So take your time here, melting heart, Anahatasana. And here, if you wish, you can bring your hand into Hridya Mudra. So Hridya Mudra is index finger curled into the base of the thumb. And then the thumb, middle and ring finger connected and little finger extended. Hridya Mudra, heart-centered mudra. And as we're in Anahatasana, this heart opening. So we're opening up the back of the heart. So kind of the back of the heart is where we can feel really protective and feel quite vulnerable. So perhaps now taking this opportunity to reflect on moments during the year where you have felt vulnerable, or moments that you have sought protection and received it, whether it's from within yourself or from others. Knowing that your practice can develop your sense of inner protection. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. I am grateful for the protection that I have received, for the help that I have received, for the offerings of others during my times of need. If one arm is folded, fold in the opposite arm and extend the originally folded arm. So that will most likely be your right arm extended now and your left arm folded in towards you. Or you could be in extension here in Anahatasana. If you begin to feel uncomfortable in fully extended arms, you can fold in one arm, or you can ease back a little bit so that you're not in such a deep variation of Anahatasana. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. One more breath here. And directly from here, we're going to move into what is known as Sphinx Pose or Salamba Bhujangasana, variation of King Cobra pose here. So coming up onto your elbows and forearms, and then let's walk our knees away and lower our abdomen onto the earth, bringing us into Bhujangasana, Salamba Bhujangasana. Lift your crown, shine your heart forward. Press your pelvis into the earth. Press through your big toes into the earth. Ears away from shoulders. Draw your shoulder blades closer together. Fingers spread wide on the earth. One more breath here. Going to move directly into Salabhasana, locust pose, another heart opening pose. So I'm going to make some space, otherwise I'm going to end up in my dog bed. Bring your eyebrow center to the earth. Let's reach behind with your hands. You can interlace all your fingers, or you can leave your arms, fingers reaching back. Yogi's choice. If your fingers are reaching back, let's have your palms face down. Let's lift the right leg off the earth for a moment. Draw your shoulder blades together. Right leg lifted. Exhale, lower the right leg. Let's lift the left leg off the earth. pointing through your toes, extending through the big toe. Exhale, lower. And now you have the choice of lifting your eyebrow center, one leg at a time or both legs at the same time. Hands can be interlocked here, or palms face down, fingers reaching back. Yogi's choice of locust Salabhasana. We'll take 3 breaths here because this is quite challenging. Breathe into the heart space. You might notice yourself gently rocking here with each in-breath and out-breath. Nearly there. One full breath here, and then let's release our hands if they're interlaced. Bring your hands underneath your eyebrow center, elbows as wide as your mat, hands on top of each other, and rest your eyebrow center on the back of your hands here, and gently, very gently sway your hips from left to right to release the lower back. This is Makrasana, crocodile pose. And then come to stillness, taking your breath to the places where you feel any tension, where it might have felt intense or strong. Dhanyavad Namaha. Perhaps you're grateful for your practice, grateful for all that your body does to support you. Inhaling, let's lift our gaze. Place our hands underneath our shoulders, rising up onto all fours here. And let's step forward with the right foot between our hands. When you're steady here, let's rise up. Let's bring our mudra to our heart. So I'm going to bring my Hridya Mudra, my heart mudra here. So curling the index, middle and ring. And again, I can bring them to touch, just as I did with the Vyana Mudra. But this time, can you see how extended my little finger is? It's purposeful. Sink into your right hip here. Take a moment. Gaze at the horizon. Inhale, reach both hands up towards the sky in your mudra. Sink even deeper into your hips. Bring your hands back to your heart, this time elbows out as far as they can go. Reach back with the right hand, forward with the left hand, coming into this twist here. Bring your hands back to your heart center. Reach up, lift your gaze, sink low into your hips. And then let's float the fingertips down to the earth as if there were snowflakes. And let's take our sit bone back, extend through the right leg, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split pose. Now, this is where we might get a little tricky. We're going to balance here. So you can have the sole of your foot on the earth, or you can be on your heel. Find what feels good for you. And then let's rise up. Again, bring your mudra, Vyana or Hridya Mudra, to the heart. Oh, it's very wobbly here. One breath here. And if you're ready, you can always reach up with your hands. Extension. And if you wobble, remember you can always bend into that knee and bring the sole of the foot onto the earth. One more breath, or you can keep your hands at your heart. Exhaling, let's hinge forward over the right leg. Hands reaching forward or coming to the earth. And then when you're ready, let's all float the fingertips down. Bend into that knee. Take a moment here, lift that left leg. And again, we're going to rise up here, but this time we're going to come into the easy twist. So place your left hand on the earth and let's take the right fingertips up to the sky. And I'm using Vyana Mudra here. Index and middle finger to thumb. Lift your gaze. Expansive heart. One more breath. You're probably beginning to feel the warmth now. That glow of the fireside. Exhale, right hand to the earth. We're going to step back in. And you can come into full Phalakasana or bring your knees to the earth. Yogi's choice. One breath here. Now, if you have both your knees on the earth, extend and lift one leg behind you. If you have both your knees off the earth, lift and extend one leg behind you. I definitely look like an elf now. Then let's bring the foot back down. Remember, you can have both your knees on the earth for this. Now let's go with the other leg. So if both knees are on the earth, just lift your leg and reach behind. If your knees are off the earth, lift your leg and reach behind. The opposite leg this time. Definitely feeling that log burning in the wood burner. Heat is rising. It's what we like to be, nice and warm and cozy indoors in this winter season. And then let's everybody go back into mountain pose. Our first mountain, pedal your feet. Sway your hips. Really reach up through that tailbone. Take a moment here. And then let's bring the right knee to the earth, step forward with the left foot between our hands this time. And when you're ready, bring your hands. I'm bringing Hridya Mudra to my heart. Index curl to the base of the thumb. And then when you're ready, lift your arms overhead. Exhale. Let's open the left hand to the back, right arm to the front, coming into this twist here. One more breath here. And then let's bring the hands back to the heart. Elbows really sticking out. Reaching up. Snow your fingers down to the earth. Let's lift that right knee, right hand planted, left hand reaches up with Vyana Mudra. Index and middle touching the thumb. One more breath. Exhale, snow the left hand down. And yes, we're going to step back again, coming into Phalakasana. Bring your knees directly to the earth if you so choose. Take a moment here. And then let's Ashtanga to the earth. Knees, bend your elbows, chest and chin to the earth in Ashtanga Asana. Tailbone is lifted. Lower your abdomen, sliding your knees away, hands by your shoulders. Inhale to rise in Bhujangasana. Tuck in your elbows. Gaze ahead. Heart shining. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. And then all together, let's go back into mountain. So some small variations. I like to call them Christmas surprises. So that plank earlier was a Christmas surprise. Now we're back to the usual. One breath here. And let's walk our hands all the way to the front of the mat, coming into a deep forward fold here. Relax your crown, neck, shoulders. Hands can hold onto opposite elbows, or they can be resting on the earth, or you can be holding opposite wrists, whatever feels comfortable for you here. And when you're ready, yogis, let's unfurl our spine to rise up, slowly coming up into Tadasana, standing mountain. One breath here. Reach up with your mudra, whichever mudra you wish, Hridya or Vyana. Exhale, fold down towards the earth. Inhale, hands on shins or thighs, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up with your mudra, Vyana or Hridya, gentle back bend. Exhale, namaskar to the heart. Take a moment, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins or your thighs. Exhale, fold. One more time for the third round, reaching up, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's go one more time to complete this cycle of 3. Exhaling towards the earth. Inhaling halfway. Fingertips can be on the earth or hands on shins, yogi's choice. Exhale, fold. Let's step back with our right foot. Drop the right heel. Bring that right foot to a 45-degree angle. Keep this bend in this left knee. Inhale, let's rise up into warrior 1. So let's have your hands at the heart. Vyana or Hridya Mudra. Whatever we're doing, whether it's Hridya or Vyana, we are touching the thumb with the middle finger. So it'll either be index curled and middle and ring, or index and middle finger to thumb and little finger and ring extended. So you find which whenever you want to use here. I'm going to go for Hridya, heart opener, reaching up. Sink into that left hip, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana. Open out to the right arm to the back, left arm forward, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. I feel like I want to turn so I can see you. You stay where you are. Shanti warrior. Exhale, reach up and over with the left hand. You can always wrap that right arm to the back of the lower back. Exhale, cartwheel, the left hand down towards the earth. This is where you might want to reach for your block or your footstool. Cartwheeling down. And then this right hand can come across onto the right hip. And we're going to hop slightly onto that right toes and reach out behind us with the right leg. So your right toes can be on the earth. They can be a little bit lifted or they can be parallel to the earth. The left hand is on your block. The right hand on your hip. Remember, you can always use the wall with your left hand as well. So when you're ready here in half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana, you can leave that right hand there, or you can lift the right hand up towards the sky. One breath more here. Let me just find my balance. And then when you're ready, bend into that right knee, bring it to the top of the mat to meet your left. Release your hands to the earth in forward fold. Deep bend here. And then let's rise up towards the sky. Gentle back bend, hands to heart. We're going to do that same on the other side now. That's fun. I feel very festive and cheerful right now. So we're going to step back with the left leg this time. Right, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back with that left leg, drop the heel. And then let's keep that bend in the right knee and rise up into warrior one. So you may need to widen your stance a little bit. So there's a 45-degree angle with that left leg, hands at the heart in Hridya or Vyana Mudra, your yogi's choice. And when you're ready, my lovelies, let's reach up. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana, that Christmas warrior spirit. Fortunately, some of us may have less family members around this year, so we don't need to fight with anyone after Christmas dinner. We can just grumble at the Queen's speech and mutter to ourselves, what does she know? That's very Republican of me, isn't it? One more breath here. Open out the arms into warrior two, Virabhadrasana, Mahavirabhadrasana, the great warrior. Shanti warrior. Up and over, left forearm can go to the lower back. And we're going to do the same cartwheel effect. So we bring the right hand down onto a block or our footstool. This right hand slides onto our left hip. Little bend into that right knee and then little hop onto the left toes. And you can stay there, or you can lift the toes as little or as far as you wish. And then when you're ready, you can lift the left arm to the sky, coming into your variation of Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. I love this pose because it's very playful, because we feel we can lose our balance. We can keep the left toes on the earth. We can just be wherever we want, using the props, the wall, the footstools, whatever is available for us. And then when you're ready, bend into that left knee and bring it to meet the right. Stop your ear thing falling out. And then inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's come to the middle of the mat. Oh, I love that. I should be playing Christmas music, shouldn't I? But I won't do any Christmas caroling because I have a terrible voice. I'm slightly better at chanting and I'm not even that good at chanting. So I definitely won't be caroling. Let's come into the middle of our mat. Come into your Tadasana, standing mountain, feet hip distance wide. Lift your toes, then plant them firmly into the earth. Just check, because I'm going to move into Natrajasana. So we're going to do tree pose, followed by eagle pose, followed by Natrajasana. Yeah, all three. So you might need some space and you might need something to hold on to. Right, let's start. Shift the weight into your left leg. Come into your mudra you want. I'm going to use Vyana Mudra here, expansive energy mudra here. Peel off the right heel off the earth. That heel can come to the left ankle. That might be where you stay today. You can also bring the sole of the right foot to the left leg, lower leg. Or you can tuck it up into that left thigh, really tucking it in there. So you might be in different places. If you've got your right foot on your left thigh, press the foot and the thigh together towards each other. Vyana Mudra here at the heart. And if you're happy here, whichever leg variation you're using, your hands can be here at the heart. They can be slightly out in a V shape. They can be reaching up. I'm going to bring the tips of my fingertips together so I look like a Christmas tree. You can't see me. I'm going to be a Christmas tree. I'm just moving all the way back against the wall. So you might be able to see my fingertips together. Om Dhanyavad Namaha. Gratitude for all the presents, whether physical under the tree or whether sent by voicemail or through a Christmas card or a telephone call. However those presents and gifts from others have arrived to you. Appreciate those, be grateful for those. One more breath here in your Christmas tree variation, Vrikshasana. I don't even know if there's a word for Christmas in Hindi or Punjabi. I'm not sure. There probably is. We always just call it Christmas. Let's bring the hands back to your heart here. Now, this right leg, wherever it is going to cross over the left leg. The toes of the right foot can come to the earth. They can wrap round behind the left leg. And again, with our mudra, keep it at the heart. Open out your elbows. I quite like that variation. Or reach up. Yogi's choice. You do whatever you want with your hands. Yogi's choice. Play around, have fun. I quite like just, oh yeah, this is fun. Whatever you want to do. And then when you're ready, and that left leg is feeling it, then my doggy wants to come in. Come on. And unwrap that right leg from around your left leg, wherever it is. And then bring that back to the earth. Now I know your left leg is feeling it. We won't be here for much longer on this left leg. Hands at the heart, in your mudra. Bend into that left knee. And then let's bend into the right knee and bring that heel towards our sit bone. We can reach behind and take hold of that right foot. So you can either take hold of the foot from the inside of the arch or from the top or from the outside of the foot, wherever it feels comfortable for you to reach. This left hand can stay at the heart, can come onto your hips, or you can touch the wall with it. Because as we reach our crown forward, we lift our right foot and knee, and this left hand can be on the wall, can be reaching forward, can be on our hip, can be at our heart. Yogi's choice for Natarajasana. You can keep a bend in that left knee. And remember, this left hand can be supporting you against a wall. One more breath here. Happy Christmas, yogis. Coming back gracefully, more gracefully than me. And now you can shake out that left leg. I'm so sad that Strictly's over, but I'm really glad Bill Bailey won. Wasn't he brilliant? Okay, let's switch the weight into the right leg now. So back into your Tadasana, standing mountain. Bend into your knees, lift your toes, plant them firmly. And then peel off that left heel. Bring it to your ankle, your lower leg, or your upper leg. Tuck it in, yogi's choice. So I have my Vyana Mudra here. Now these hands can do whatever you want with them. Staying at your heart. You can have a little bend in the elbows perhaps. You can reach out wide with a V directly up so they're parallel, or bring the tips of those mudra, the thumb and the index and middle fingers together. Whether you've got Hridya or Vyana Mudra. Coming into your Christmas tree variation. Yeah. Dog's hiding. Come on. Oh, I think there's Christmas. Now the problem is there's so many Christmas presents for the dogs this year with food in them. The dogs keep sniffing them. One more breath. Then let's bring your hands back to your heart. or to your hips. Let's cross that left leg. If it touches the floor like me, that's fine. Cross it over the left, over the right leg. Toes on the earth, or wrap around the right leg. And again, let's do whatever you want with your eagle. So you've got your eagle legs, Garudasana. Your arms can be out flying. It can be crossing over. Could be doing little funny things. You can keep them still. Anything you want with your arms. Play around. Have fun. And when you've had your little bit of shimmying fun with your arms, let's uncross that left leg. And we're going to move directly into Natrajasana. You might want to just shake your little right leg a little bit if it's feeling a little bit intense. Bend into that left knee. Take hold of your left foot, inside arch, outside of the foot, all the toes. And then begin to reach your heart forward. Bend in that right knee. And that right arm can extend, can hold onto the wall, can stay at the heart. Yogi's choice, wherever you are. Happy Christmas. Now you can come back more elegantly than I. And here we are. We're in standing. And we're going to finish standing today because this is a happy. What I'm going to ask you to do now is put some music on, some Christmas music. Any music you choose. And then before you come off your mat, have a little dance. Have a little shimmy. I've got no music playing here because if this goes onto YouTube, there's all kinds of issues with, I don't know, copyright or whatever. So I can just shimmy myself. I don't need music. So have a little shimmy, shake it around, rock and roll. Everybody have a happy Christmas. Have a wonderful time. Get in the Christmas spirit. Enjoy your presents. Send me a message on Christmas Day if you wish. If you're alone on Christmas today, please send me a message. I will definitely say hello back to you. Wave at your neighbors. Have a lovely walk on Christmas Day. And remember, on Boxing Day, which is Saturday morning, we'll be back on the mat to work off some of that Christmas lunch. It'll be the best practice ever. And even if you're a little bit hungover, don't worry. I will take that into account. Happy Christmas, everyone. Happy Christmas to you all. Let's close by chanting Om Shanti 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 3 times. I don't know why I went and sat down. I got tired. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dhanyavad, 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 yogis. Lots of love to you all.